welcome back, my beautiful froggy army, to another video. In the world of Squishmallow collecting, there are these things known as ISO lists. These are basically wish lists that people make for Squishmallows that they want to buy sooner or later. I was one of said people who made a bunch of ISO lists throughout my Squishmallow journey. I don't really make them anymore just because I don't really have time to keep up with them, and usually I just have a general idea of what I'm looking for in my head and I just go off of that. But I thought it would be fun if we took a look at the past ISO lists that I have made and see like which ones did I want at the time, which ones did I end up getting that were on an ISO list, which ones do I regret putting on a list, and all that kind of fun stuff. But before we get into it, I wanted to tell you about another fun thing. The sponsor of today's video, Brick City, is the newest sandbox city building game developed by Dev Sisters, available now on iOS and Android. It's 2523 and you're on a mission to revive a polluted earth using bricks blocks filled with purifying energy. Use them to build virtually any idea you have, and with over 7,000 different bricks blocks, the possibilities are endless. Make your own custom blueprints or choose ones made by others to create beautiful cities full of shops, parks, unique landmarks, and so much more. You can even visit cities made by other players, and that's how you can find exclusive building blueprints and new peepos. Those are the residents of Brick City, and their dialogue is absolutely hilarious. Definitely one of my favorite parts about this game. I also love how chill it is to build your city while listening to the relaxing soundtrack. Suddenly I am calm. Brick City is available now on iOS and Android. Download and support the channel by clicking on the link down in the description below or by scanning the QR code on screen. Big thanks to Brick City for sponsoring the channel, and now let's get into those ISO lists. So let's go ahead and get into it. I have about 15 different lists that I've made in the past. And don't worry, these aren't just lists with text on them. I used visual lists, so I have like pictures of everything that I wanted. So we'll be able to like actually look at some things. I will say some of these are like the same ISO list, but just with a few tweaks. So expect like kind of a lot of duplicate lists, but I'll try to go through those quickly so we're not just on the same thing for forever. I will say the most unique one that we'll probably see today is the very first one that I made, and I swear that this was bigger, but here is my first ISO list. It is just a bunch of Squishmallows that I just threw onto a canvas here, and there was no like sizing or like ISO versus DISO or anything like that. If we want to get into those specifics, I did color code this, which I'm very proud of past me for taking the time for doing. I remember spending a long time on this, but I created this. Let's see, when did I create this? I made this in the first week of March in 2021, so yeah, that's right about when I got into Squishmallows. Right off the bat, some ones that I can see that I already got. Wendy, of course I got Wendy. I have Malcolm's, I have Scarlett's, I have Sunny's, Avery's, I do have Gigi's. I don't remember if I have a Gigi clip. I think I do. The fact that I put Jack the Black Cat on here, I don't think I fully understood what it meant to put him on an ISO list, but I do see a few Hug Me's. That cow one, I don't remember that one's name. And we even have like a unicorn Hug Me. The cat Hug Me with the hearts is really cute. I don't know why I put that unicorn Hug Me on here. I definitely see a theme here, which is like kind of basic ones. So I do have like Balana, Ronnie, Connor, some of the chickens, and I do have those. Rosie, I have those. Just a plain pink Archie. Ludwig had just been like announced from Books A Million, and I wanted him so bad. So thankfully I do have him now. But yeah, he was like a super high ISO of mine. I do have some Heathers. I have some of those gym llamas. So yeah, I have like a good amount of these in here. I don't understand why I have that little like winged Pegasus. That's interesting. But let's go through some of the ones that I still don't have that were on my ISO list from day one. Lala the lamb, she's on there, and I do not have her still, unfortunately. I think that Claire stackable is really cute too, and I don't have that one yet. Philippe, I don't have a Philippe still, and I don't have a Johnny still, that green multicolored octopus. So yeah, I definitely see like a lot more butterflies and snails and lambs here, which I do still enjoy all of those. So yeah, this is a pretty good starting point for, you know, beginning era Raven of Squishmallow collecting. There's only a handful in here that I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't get those. I wouldn't. So this is pretty decent, I would say. I would really appreciate some sort of like more subsections or more details. Like, do I want a 5-inch, 10-inch? Do I want a 12-inch? I don't know, like what sizes I want for these. So yeah, this is an okay start. On to the next ISO list. So I did decide to split these up into categories. So I have high DISO, whatever that means, Daiso, and I prefer 8-inch or smaller, and then just this other pink blob. So for high Daiso, the ones that I do have from this category are Bubba. I have a Bubba. I don't have that Rosie with the purple belly, so I don't have that one. I have a Malcolm, and I have a Babs as well. Again, why is Jack on here? I don't understand. I still don't have a Patty. Do I have a Patty? Just kidding, I have a Patty. I do have a Patty. I have a decent amount from that high Daiso category. Moving on to the Daiso category, I did end up getting Ludwig, like I said. I still don't have a Sophie, one of those fuzzy Sophies. I don't think I'm super into her now. I just don't like that texture. But again, I did end up getting Avery, the cows, and Wendy's. I'm like indifferent about the cockatiel now. I forget her name, but I think she stays on the list for a little bit. I have a Paula, the pink cat. I have an Archie. I have the Gigi. So we got a pretty decent amount from this Daiso section. I do have a few Peter the pigs as well. And then moving on to the other section, I don't know why this little blue bird is down there. I think I had him at one point and then got rid of him. And then this llama stack, I'm sorry, I don't like that one anymore. I don't know why that was on here. Brooke and Omar, I noticed I have been putting them on a bunch of lists. I think that these were just super popular at the time. Like, people were trading those a lot and I felt like I really wanted those. Right now, I don't really care about getting, especially a Brooke, maybe an Omar. I think I do have like a small keychain Omar. He's still cute. Like, if I came across him, I would maybe get him. I also have a Stacy. I have a capsule Valentine's Day Stacy, and I think that's it. So I did end up getting her technically. Again, I got the chickens. I have Sunnies. I have Scarlets. That cow hug me I don't have. And I don't think I want that one with the Easter egg anyway. Moving on to the next one, again, I warned you that there would be some duplicate similar looking lists, but hey, I made some improvements. Once again, for high Daiso, we already kind of went through that, but Ludwig got upgraded. Ooh. In the Daiso section, I don't really notice that much of a difference except for Heart Cheek Violet, which I do have in an 8-inch but not a 5-inch, so I'm still after her. We see some stackables on the bottom right corner. I think I was in my stackable era where I really liked them. I would still love an Avery stackable and maybe that Sunny one, but Peter, whatever about. And then moving on to the pink section, you can definitely see I started to get into the solid color octopi because we have a Veronica, a Zobi, and a Violet, and I do have all of those now, and I think pretty much all of those sizes that I listed, so that's pretty good. And I also see a little Austin, the avocado, that I added on the bottom. There was an era where I was very much into the avocados for some reason, and we'll probably see that reflected in the lists maybe, but I do have a bunch of avocados, so let's move on from this. It's kind of the same thing as the last one. I did change it up a bit, thankfully, so here we go. We got a fresh new ISO list. I severely condensed it, and let's go through this. So top row, you can see I wanted a lot more frogs at this point. I was kind of like, hey, there's a lot of frogs, so let's get into these. I don't know how I feel about the Valentine's Day Wendy. I think that's its name. I think I wanted it just because it was rare. Do I like it? I don't think so. I don't think so. And that's shocking, I know. But I think I've fully moved on from that frog. Thankfully, I got the Ludwig, the Wendy clip. Specifically, I did get an OG Wendy clip. We see some Sanrio added into the mix. I did have that Tuxedo Sam milkshake. I ended up trading it a while ago, and then I never got him back. So unfortunately, he slipped out of my grasp. That Hello Kitty, I have some thoughts now. I don't really like that one that much anymore. I would not put it on an ISO list at this current point in time. I did end up getting specifically that Veronica with the little orange slice. I got her in a trade. Balana Scarlet, the chickens, the pigs we got, and then the last three we've kind of covered already. So hey, I got a majority that I wanted from this ISO list, which is really awesome. Moving on to the next one, I think all that I really did was rearrange these, and then I did add the little Pom Pom Purin, and I do have him. He's super cute. So yeah, we already touched on this. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, so I did not put any effort into this. I did color code it, thankfully, but yeah, we see a lot more fruits here. I'm getting more specific with the Scarlets. I wanted a 5-inch, I wanted a clip, I wanted the Valentine's Day one, and also with the little the orange, I wanted the clip specifically. I have all of those fruits. thankfully. And then we do see some new faces here. I see a lot more sharks. I was getting into the shark era. So I don't have that Heartbelly Ray. Unfortunately, that is kind of like a popular rare one. So I don't have that one. The frogs, I got all of those. We have the Your Jossum Ray, which I do have in a 5-inch. So that's super exciting. And then the little one with the little hearts. I think I have that one too. We also see a little Sharon, the pink shark with the hearts. I don't have the heart variation specifically, but I do have a plain Sharon. The only other one that's new on here is a Winking Rosie. For some reason, I was just super into like getting one of each variation that existed of Rosie. So I did not get the winking one, unfortunately. Moving on, thank goodness, here I decided to make some improvements. I categorized these into sizes. So we've got 5-inch, 8-inch or smaller, 8-inch only, and any size. And then the clips on the side. Scarlet, yes. Gary, yes. That capsule butterfly with the heart, nope. Never got her. The Wanda, no. I kind of gave up on the Wandas. I didn't end up liking them as much, and funnily enough there's 3 on this ISO list, so that's kind of awkward. I still have not gotten a 5-inch Misty. I don't even know if she exists. And then there's also Shay, who is the little squid that looks like Stacy. Still do not have her. I do have the heart Stacy, but like in the capsule version. And then the Zobi with the heart I actually did end up getting, so that's very exciting. For the 8-inch or smaller category, I have all the cows. That Marco, the like little Valentine's Day hedgehog, I kind of am over that one. He's still really cute, but I don't think he comes in a small size. And for the 8-inch ones, I got all of those actually, except for the green octopus Johnny. And then for the any size, I think I do have that shark with the little hearts on it. For the clips, I think I have a Ludwig and I have an Austin. I don't think I have the rest. I don't know. I'm so bad at keeping up with my clips, but let's move on. I decided to change aesthetics here, and we have severely condensed, and I only have a few that I'm looking for. So again, we kind of went over the clips. It looks like I marked Malcolm as a star, which is, I guess, Daiso. As for capsules, I was really into the octopi. Again, I was in an octopi era. I still really like them. I have quite a few of them. And this Veronica with the heart, I don't think I have her or ended up getting her. And we kind of went over the other ones, but going on to the 5-inch, yeah, we touched on all of those. I managed to get most of those. We kind of see the same ones here. I don't think I added anything new from the last list, unfortunately. So moving on, there was kind of a gap in between that list that I just went over and these ones. So like I wasn't really making ISO lists for a while, and then I finally decided to make one again because there was a lot that I was super into. So it's gonna be kind of like this shorter little list from here on out. There's only about 6 to 9 on each list. So there are the clips that were coming out for the fruits. They were becoming re-released. I think I did get a Glenna clip. Yes, I have a Glenna clip. I just checked. And then I do have that specific Scarlet clip that I also circled. Again, Malcolm, I don't think I ended up getting. I desperately wanted 5-inch Zozo, and if you know me, I have multiples of her now, so we're good on the Zozo front. I wanted this collector box for the little Wendy specifically, and I did end up getting that. I wanted a 5-inch version of those Sea Life Mystery, and I'm like, I'm not even that into them now, so I don't know why I wanted them so badly. I wanted a Haley, which I did end up finding on my own at a Walgreens, so I'm super proud of that. And I wanted this Robert, who I did end up getting as well. So I got pretty much everything on this list. It's a short list, but hey, I managed to get pretty much everything. The next one is the same 6 that we just went through. I just added 2 more. So I desperately wanted Noodles, and I did end up getting Noodles. So that's super exciting. And I desperately wanted this Aldi book Squishmallow thing for the little Gary in it specifically, which I did not end up getting, but I do have a small Gary from something. I don't remember what, but I have a small Gary, so I kind of got him, kind of. Moving on to the next one, it looks like I made some tweaks. I took off that Safari book thing off of the list, I guess. I wanted a 5-inch Glenna, who I do have, and I wanted a Pilar clip and some Joelle clips, and I do have both of those, so yeah, again, another success. Moving on to the next one, I think I did end up finding those fruit clips, so I took them off the list, but I wanted a Kaden Hug Me desperately, and I wanted wanted a Caden stack so bad. I did not get the stack, but I did get a Hug Me, so that's very exciting. And I wanted this Ludwig stack. It's so hard to see with like the XOXO with the Valentine's Day embroidery. Did not get that one, and I'm kind of glad that I didn't. I'm like whatever about it looking at it right now, sadly. The next one, again, some more tweaks were made here. I don't think I got an 8-inch Caden, but I do have her in 5-inch, so I'm just gonna count that. I wanted this little Sea Life Costco box for that octopus in there that's pink with the yellow and pink tentacles, and I did get her, so that's super exciting. I wanted a strawberry Reshma, and I do have her, the like white nose version, sadly, but I do have her. I wanted this little Wren Hug Me so bad, and I remember looking on Mercari for listings and she was like $20, and I was like, that's kind of much. And now she's like $100 or something stupid like that, or like maybe not 100, but like too much now. Anyways, I specified that I wanted a little Robert in 5-inch, and I do have a 5-inch Robert now. The Omar Hug Me, again, that's another one that goes for a lot, and I wanted that one. Regret not buying it on Mercari in the early days. I wanted this little Sloth Squishmallow, and I did get that Squishmallow. Thankfully, I had a bestie in Canada who was able to do a pickup for me, and again, the clips, got those. Good, great. Moving on to the next one. It looks like we hit Easter because we have some of the Easter clips on here, and I did manage to get the ones that I wanted from that, so that's super exciting. I wanted this Easter Wendy stackable, and lo and behold, there she is on my shelf. So I did end up getting her. Also, Della, who came with Avery, and she was at Walgreens. I did grab her as well. I found her myself, very proud. And it looks like we have some Easter Hug Me's that I wanted as well. I don't care about these now. I really don't. I don't know why they're on here, but I wanted an Avery and a Balana apparently. Believe it or not, that's it for my ISO lists. Going through these was kind of fun because it's like, oh wow, like past me would never imagine that I have all of these now. It's kind of fun, it's kind of cool. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check out Brick City and download it using the link in my description or the QR code that is on screen. And thank you again to Brick City for sponsoring this video. If you like this video, don't forget to like it and also subscribe and leave a comment down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.